So one night, I make the whole night prayer, and Babaji, the picture was there, and I make my little ritual. At some moment, like I felt a presence, I was alone for many hours. And then I felt a presence, behind me. Like, when you are not alone in the room. I was standing in front of the altar, and behind me was the big sofa. And there was Babaji and Mataji sitting on the sofa, Sitting like Mataji is one of his main disciples. They was present there. I don't know. This is an etheric present. He was looking like pretty much like on the image we have, actually. When 20 years you pray for something to happen, I was praying to meet him, actually. And when this happened, you are never ready for this. At least I wasn't ready for that. And I was so shocked, from this meeting. I so shocked, I didn't expect it. Why he didn't came the last 100 times when I pray? And he came exactly this moment. I don't know. So we have a short conversation. I ask a few questions. For me, it looks very stupid, those questions that I ask him, because, Babaji is coming, sitting here, and you ask him, like, what's going on? Am I crazy? Things like this. Anyway, so, yeah, he stayed for maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes. I don't know. I was out of time at that moment. And then I turned my head, and then when I look back, they was gone. I'm on the way of Kriya Yoga for more than 20 years. I was at least maybe 8 years old, 9 years old, in the early 90s. And there was kind of a tough situation in Bulgaria at that time, because we have this regime of the electricity. So they switched the electricity every 2 hours. It was a tough time in Bulgaria. And I was in primary school, so when they turned off the electricity, I wasn't able to do anything. My mother was still going to work. So I was starting to doing some things, Maybe 10 years later, I understood that was a yoga postures, like a plow pose, handstand, headstand, all of this, But then it was interesting, because after high school, I left Bulgaria and go to France to make my university degree there. And at that moment, there was like an event that shocked me for a little bit. This was Babaji who appeared. He's been like a hidden presence my entire life, sending me some books, putting some ideas, having like a little talk. And for me it was kind of a natural to have this discussion. And then with the time, somehow he revealed himself. Every time when I go somewhere, there was a picture of Babaji. From one day to the next. I enter a library, picture of Babaji. I go to visit friends, picture of Babaji. I go to Greece, I enter a house, picture of Babaji. And I was asking the guys, who's that person? I don't know, some friend just put this image here, or I like this photo, so I print it and I have it with me. But they wasn't really connected to Babaji. But for me, it was kind of a weird thing, because I was going somewhere and then Babaji is there, Babaji is here, everywhere. I open a journal, Babaji here. So I spent the next 5 years looking who is Babaji, but in the same time, I was receiving initiation after initiation. After short social experience, I decided that the world, it's not something that I want to waste my time, and I left for India with the idea to go to Badrinath, to knock on the door, on the cave, on Babaji, and sit there and meditate with him. And because this was like the most normal thing for me. Before reaching India, I spent 2-3 years training in Kriya Yoga. Yeah? So at the age of 19, I've been already decided that for me Kriya Yoga is the path. This is the first yoga that I ever learned. It was Kriya Yoga. Not Atma Kriya Yoga, but another form of Kriya Yoga. And after this moment, for me it was clear that I don't want to do anything else. So after those initiation, part of the training was to teach us how to communicate with Babaji, which was great for me. And after this, let's say that I have kind of a regular communication, With some friends, we went by ground from London to Delhi I was having this picture of Babaji, and every time my friends was like, you're crazy, how are we gonna reach? And I said, this is my passport, this is our visa to Babaji, with his picture. And we crossed Turkey, around Pakistan by ground, problem with papers, all kind of things, whatever. Once we enter from Pakistan to India, we've been in the Sikh state, where the Sikh in Amritsar, the Golden Temple, the Golden Gurdwara is the main place of pilgrimage for the Sikh. Then my idea was to go to Gangotri. Gangotri is the source of Ganj. And from there maybe climb up to Badrinath. It was end of September, so it wasn't possible to go to Badrinath, but what was funny was that I reached somehow. Very happy, now I need to find a guide to go to Badrinath, and then Babaji, he was already very present, not hidden somehow, and he was giving clear the instruction, and he said, now you walk back to Bulgaria spreading Kriya Yoga there. I say, no, Bulgaria, no way, just come here, Most of the time he was like giving me instruction that I like. He said, go here, do this, pray to this, make this initiation, receive this, and I was following. It was great. But then after taking bath in Gomuk, again he come to my mind because he didn't walk with me. Maybe he was there, but I didn't recognize him at that moment because I met many sadhu, and some of them was very interesting persona, but I never recognized Babaji as a physical presence until one time much later in my life, actually. And I said, Babaji, no way. Sorry, but I just arrived here and I'm here forever and I'm here to become a sadhu and I will come now to Badrinath. And he was laughing and said, no, you walk back to Bulgaria. I said, no, I will stay here. So I resist and I stay a few months, actually almost 3 months in India against his suggestion, if this is a suggestion, but it was such a weird experience because, on the way to India, it looks impossible to reach this place because there was like the war still in Iraq, so in Pakistan was it's very bad situation. In Iran it was really easy to travel Iran by land, but still I managed to do even to bring 2 people with me there. But then after this conversation, things start to go a little bit to the wrong side, like sitting on the broken chair, taking the bad meal, you eat. For me, it was getting more and more like this, like India was trying to kick me out. I resist almost 3 months until maybe in December. And in December, I just gave up. There was like, I was living at that time in Haridwar. And then I was sitting in the Ganga Kenare, nearby the Ganga river, under the big statue of Shiva. I used to live under the big statue of Shiva in this bridge in Haridwar, in a small ashram. It's not an ashram, it's a kutir with just one sadhu, Baba Lakshmi Narayan Puri, and that's it. 2 of us and another guy who was coming from time to time. 3 of us, let's say. So I was in full health, but suddenly I just collapsed, fell down on the ground on the gut concrete steps nearby the gang. And there was like 3 nights of fever and all these delusions, and then Shivaji and Gangaji and Babaji, all of them coming to my dreams, let's say. You need to go. And I was like, no, I'm not going. 3rd night I just gave up because it was Baba Lakshmi Narayan Puri. He was just wake me up for a few minutes every day, and he was like, you're gonna die like this. And I said, no, I'm okay. He said, you're not okay. You're like this for more than 48 hours. It's getting more and more, and it doesn't look okay. And I was so bad. So on the 3rd night, I say, okay, I give up, I'm leaving. Next day, wake up, no fever, no sickness, nothing, I just woke up. I go to Babaji. In India, everybody is Babaji. We call Babaji our guru, divine guru, Mahavatar, Kriya Babaji, but in India we are all Babaji here, Babaji there, everybody is Babaji. This is why he's so humble. He didn't pick up the name Babaji. It's not a name, it's just Babaji everywhere. So I went to Baba Lakshminarayan. I say, I need to go. He said, yeah, I know you need to go. So he gave me 10 rupiah and I needed to go from Haridwar to Bulgaria with 10 rupiah in my pocket. I was a beggar actually at that moment. So say, okay, no problem. I'm a sadhu experienced Naga Baba with dust, with ash and all of this from the Nagas order. Nice. It was good actually. And then we travel with some sadhu from Haridwar to Delhi. It's a long journey. And I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. But instead to go from Haridwar straight to Delhi, I was going like this. Always looking for excuse to not reach Delhi. It's supposed to go in 8 hours from Haridwar by train to Delhi. And it took me a month, to travel this. We've been traveling like this. This is the sadhu life, actually. From one place of pilgrimage, a tirtha place, to a bandara. And this is how we survive. And we sleep on the temples and the ashrams, whatever, on the train station. It's okay. We travel in small groups, 5 to 10. No, 10 it's too much because we cannot fit in a car, And at some moment I say, oh, but actually, I'm feeling so good. Maybe it was just like a temporary sickness. Maybe I can stay here. And then my stomach, my gut literally cut into, Just in the moment I was thinking about this. I arrived on Christmas in Bulgaria, naked basically, with a dhoti, one kurta, even not kurta, one blanket on the top, full of ash, no shoes, no nothing. And just pop up. It's snowing. It was snowing there. All this time I was wondering asking myself, should I start to teach Kriya Yoga? And Babaji was like, no. He sent me to one master, to another master, to different lineage of Kriya Yoga. Every time when I wanted to teach Kriya Yoga, something was like, no. It's not now and not now. And I was like, okay, but then why you sent me 10 years ago, then 15 years ago to Bulgaria with the idea to teach Kriya Yoga and you never allowed me to teach Kriya Yoga? 10 years actually from now, a good friend from here, Triambakeshwari, came to Bulgaria. She's from Serbia, and she came to Bulgaria and literally knocked on my door. Because I was trying to organize something with Kriya Yoga, but it's never worked properly. But I think she saw this announcement. I'm from Bhakti Marga. So Bhakti Marga, yeah, I know Bhakti Marga because I knew because of the Atma Kriya at that time, I was researching, but I never get really connected. So she said, we have something what we call Om Chanting. I said, Om Chanting, let's try. So my first connection with Bhakti Marga was through Om Chanting. Spent 2 weeks and we did many Om Chantings. So at the end of this, I was able to become a Om Chanting organizer. Because it was connected to Babaji and for me it was like, Babaji sent this Mataji, Om Chanting, why not? And 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, almost 10 year passed, maybe 8 year. Still thinking about Makriya, maybe one day, should I go now? When the mountains doesn't go, the prophet comes. And Guruji literally comes to Bulgaria. I was so busy for 10 years to come here to meet him. So he came to Bulgaria, not for me, of course, for pilgrimage, whatever, with many people. But he came to Bulgaria and I go and met him. I don't know for him, but because I can speak only for myself, but for me it was a crack from the first moment, I just love him from the very first moment. I never doubt, Now, with the perspective of time, I can understand how generous is him and how well he treated me since the beginning, Guruji was sitting with the Sangha on the airport, actually. They was taking lunch and I was standing there. So he said, hey, you're from Bulgaria. Started talking a little bit. And for all the Kriya masters, I have always the same question. Do you know Babaji? He was like smiling and then he turned his face, and you know how he can change in a second, Something like this. He said, I know Babaji better than you know yourself. Just for a second. I was like the eyes going deep in my skull, reaching the bottom and okay then. And then this second passed and we continue laughing and but this gave me such an impression, After this, I wasn't the same actually. It's like the last piece of the puzzle fit on place, it was like this. Like 20 years of preparation just came to a conclusion and yeah, okay, this is why I spent years reading this. This is why I spent years preparing for this, for that, you know. And I'm very happy now. Actually, I'm more than happy. I cannot say what I am experiencing, because for me, Guruji is the most generous person in the world, honestly speaking, and I will be never able to bring him, you know, to pay back what I'm receiving from him. Yeah. I don't know what to say more, huh?